Hi, I want to thank you for joining us. Today we're going to be talking about the top secret super affiliate strategies. Top secret traits that can highlight the doorway to the winning ways of super affiliate marketers. We're talking about those guys that when you look out into the affiliate marketing world, you see the guys that are shining at the top, making a full-time income at affiliate marketing that really seem to be conquering and dominating. We're not talking about just every other little fly-by-night guy that comes along or woman that comes along that tries out affiliate marketing, maybe makes a few bucks or two. We're talking about the big guys that are doing this as a full-time living. Super affiliates are the cream of the crop. They can generate more results than hundreds or thousands of smaller affiliates combined. Now, I'd have to disagree a little bit here because if you get a good launch going and you get a lot of really good smaller affiliates, these guys can do a lot of damage. They can really bring in some sales for you. So you never want to count the smaller affiliates out. Some of these guys are really trying to become the powerhouses and they're really working hard. But today we're going to be talking about the traits that really are the super affiliates that really go out there and generate some major results and stuff during any of these launches. Over the years, thousands of regular non-technical folks just like you and me have learned how to start and run their own successful affiliate marketing businesses. So it's not rocket science. There's some things that you've got to do, and there's going to be some struggles along the way, but overall, anybody can do this if they possess these traits, or if they work at possessing the traits that we're going to be talking about during this training. Many dream, but few achieve. 95% of all affiliates make $0 to $100 a year, and that's a shame. I don't know about you, but in my book, this is not a living. If you're looking to make a living at affiliate marketing, it is not making $0 to $100 a year. Most of you are looking at that saying, that's a failure. That's what I'm doing. I don't want to be part of that 95% anymore. Super affiliates are able to make a full-time income without a product of their own, and they are often able to develop multiple streams of passive income through their promotion. Now, I'm going to say here that the really top super affiliates, most of them do have products of their own. They've built a list around these products. They have their customers. They've built up a list, and that is something that's going to be very, very important. All the super affiliates have a list. But this is something that you can do without having a product of your own if that's what you really choose to do. Super affiliates are highly sought after as JV partners. Once you become a super affiliate, you have some leverage, and all the other JV partners out there are going to be looking for you as a super affiliate because they want to do business with you. They want to get their products in front of you so you can get that in front of your list, in front of your customers. They know you understand how to drive traffic. They understand you probably have a list to be able to market their product to. Super affiliates gain leverage in the internet marketing community. They gain a higher status to build relationships with high-level marketers and receive access to additional opportunities that aren't available to the general public. Most of the top JV partners out there don't even pay any attention to the smaller affiliates. They really are out there seeking to build relationships with high-level marketers, these big super affiliates, other ones that are just like them. When you get started out online and you start out an affiliate marketer, you start out looking for other people that are in the same place as you are. Maybe they have a smaller list like you do, because these are the people that you're going to be it's going to be easier for you to build a relationship with than it is to try to grab a hold of these top JV partners and stuff and start building a relationship with them already. So once you become a super affiliate, you gain leverage in the community. You gain a higher status, and now it's easier for you to build relationships with high-level marketers. Now, if you were to enter the search term super affiliate in the Merriam-Webster online dictionary, you will come away with no definition whatsoever. However, when you enter the term super, we come up with this definition: very large or powerful, and that's what we're talking about when we're talking about super affiliates. Very large and powerful affiliates. What sets super affiliates apart from the average Joe affiliate underachievers? And we're going to be getting into that. It's some certain traits that they have that a lot of people either don't possess right now, or they don't take the time to learn, or they don't understand what the traits are that they need to learn. So we're going to be talking about those traits so that you have a good understanding of what is going to be required of you. Some of these traits you're going to possess already. Some of these traits you've never heard of, or you're going to have to work at. But I'm just going to tell you right now, these traits are very important if you really plan on becoming a super affiliate. Secret strategy number 1. Super affiliates have a different mindset and focus. And this is in business in general, not just affiliate marketing. This is in whatever kind of business that you're trying to start up. They have a different mindset and a focus than somebody that's just coming in and trying to make a few bucks here and there. Their minds and attitudes do not stop at the commission check. A lot of people come into this realm and they're trying to make some affiliate commissions and to maybe add a little bit of income and stuff. And a super affiliates is not just looking to add a little bit of income. They're not just looking at that little commission check. They're looking at a whole lot of other things that are going to go on to get that commission check and to improve those commission checks over time, to improve their business, to improve their quality and stuff of life, and improve their mindsets. Their minds and attitudes do not stop at the commission checks, and that's where a lot of people's mindsets stop. They go, commission, I got to get that check and stuff because I got to pay my bills and stuff, and that's what gets a lot of people into trouble. It's not a hobby. It's a professional business. Super affiliates don't say, this is my hobby. They say, this is my business. I'm a professional at this. I understand how it works, and I go after things. They recognize the limiting beliefs that stand in the way of their success. Many people have a lot of beliefs that limit them. Maybe some of the things that we believe in are, we don't even believe that we have the capabilities of making a full-time income, so we limit ourselves to just making a few bucks here and there. We don't think that we're good enough to have a full-time income, and that's just not the case. A super affiliate realizes when they hear themselves talking limited and limiting themselves in their actions and what they can achieve, and they recognize that and they change that belief because that's going to stand in the way of your success. They replace their stinking thinking basically with a more productive, solution-oriented focus that tells their mind that they deserve the success they seek. So these limiting beliefs that we were just talking about, when they recognize them, they replace that, because that's stinking thinking when you are limiting yourself. They replace that with something that's more productive, that's more solution-oriented focus, and they tell their mind that they deserve the success that they're looking for, and they go get it. And those kind of things are going to conquer those limiting beliefs. Secret strategy number 2, super affiliates invest in knowledge. And you're probably saying to yourself right now, well, I bought product after product after product after product, but that's not what we're just talking about. Super affiliates understand that they've got to have knowledge, but they don't go out just buying every little thing that comes along. They invest in the knowledge that they know that they need, and when they see somebody else that has something really going on, they're going to invest in that kind of knowledge that is going to help them build their business as well. Many affiliate marketing startups fail due to the lack of necessary knowledge. You know, a lot of these guys will invest in maybe a coach or a mentor because that is something that's very important. They don't struggle to do it themselves, so they'll invest in a coach or a mentor and stuff to be able to give them the correct knowledge that they need. A lot of people, they start up and they fail because they're not investing in the necessary knowledge. They're investing in a lot of knowledge, but not the correct knowledge. They try to do everything themselves. It's my feeling you should be out there investing in the correct knowledge, and to do this, find yourself a good coach, a good mentor, somebody that you can trust to deliver you the best knowledge that they know you need. Knowledge is power. You need to use it to improve products and services. When you have that kind of knowledge to know what your market is looking for. It's going to help you develop and improve your products and your services. A lot of times we come up with a good idea, but it's not exactly what the market is looking for. So if we come up with a knowledge through the research that we know exactly what the market is needing or lacking in right now, we can improve our products or services. We can use knowledge to gain competitive advantages. When we do our competitive analysis and our research of our competition, we can understand what they're doing, what they're lacking, and we can use that knowledge to gain competitive advantages. And I hope that makes sense to you, because a lot of people just go out and they look at what the competition is doing and they just kind of follow and they do the same things. Look to see what they're doing and then continue to do your research. Find out what they're not doing, what you can do to gain a competitive advantage, because they're already established in the marketplace for the most part, and it's very hard to take them down. So you've got to find something that you can use to gain your competitive advantage, and that's some very important knowledge. And when you gain that knowledge, it's powerful. You need to have the knowledge to survive in their niche market. You need that knowledge to improve your business practices, the processes, and the automations. So you need to be on top of things to understand how you can improve things in your business practices. Maybe things aren't going so well, but all you know right now is what you're doing. You need to continue to research, continue to watch the market, and watch what others are doing and stuff, so that you can use those same kind of tools that they are to improve your own business practices, to make the processes that maybe aren't running quite so smooth right now for you a little bit better, how to automate it better. A lot of people will start out using, without knowing what an autoresponder is, they'll start emailing their customers one by one, and when you discover what the how to automate it by using an autoresponder, that's some powerful knowledge, because now it frees you up a lot of time to be able to do the things that you need to do that will even help you make even more money and to automate even more. Secret strategy number 3, super affiliates have a creative mind. They are always looking for ways to be more creative and differentiate themselves or set themselves apart from their competition. And that's what we were just kind of talking about earlier and stuff. But they look to find creative ways that they can differentiate themselves from the market. You've got to differentiate yourself. If you're just like everybody else, if you do the same thing that every other powerful affiliate out there is doing already, why should the market choose to follow you instead of them? You've got to have a creative mind. You've always got to be looking for a way to outshine the rest of the market that's already out there, to be able to set yourself apart from them already. So maybe it's a different way to write emails. Maybe it's a different way to create your products. A different way to build relationships. Always looking for something to differentiate yourself. A creative mind really goes a long way in doing this. They look for ways to lead the way. They are not just followers. And this is probably something that really stops a lot of people. They don't want to really get out there and lead the way. They just want to follow everybody else, and hopefully that they're going to make a few bucks here and there. And that's exactly what's going to happen, if at all. You're going to follow everybody, and you're always going to be picking up a few bucks here and there that maybe somebody else missed. Or somebody else is going to accidentally stumble across your site and buy your product from you instead of one of the leaders that are already out there. Look for ways to lead, because that's where your competitive advantage comes, is when you are leading the way and not just following. I mean, think about it. When you're playing follow the leader or something, and you're coming along, and maybe you're coming up on a group of people, who are they going to see first? They're going to see that person that is there in the lead, and then they're going to see everybody else that's following them, and you want to be the one that they see first. Secret strategy number 4. Super affiliates give real value, and this is something that is very, very important, is giving real value. They understand that their customers deserve real value. They understand that their other JV partners, everybody that they have a relationship with in this business, needs to have real value, and they need to be seen as giving real value. They invest their time and money in giving their customers and their potential customers something of real value, not perceived value. It's not just throwing out this little quick report that you picked up somewhere along the way that you didn't invest any time in making sure it was up to date or whatever, or or maybe changing it, making it your own. You just grab something that says, hey, you guys need this, and this is why. Well, you might be able to make your customers perceive that it's got some value, but once they get into it, are they really going to discover the value that you just made them perceive they were going to get? A real super affiliate is going to make sure their customers and potential customers are getting real value and not just perceived value. They research and they know their customers' needs. When you know your customers' needs, when you've done the research, you know exactly what to give them. And when you're giving them exactly what they need, this is going to be real value in their minds. They provide valuable and constructive solutions to their customers' problems. By doing this, you're going to be investing in your customer and giving them real value. You also need to be thinking about your competition. You need to be thinking about other JV partners and other relationships. What can you do that adds real value to their lives, to their business? Because once you're doing that, you're going to be noticed as somebody that's giving real value and not just a bunch of words. They do business not only to make money, but to connect and make alliances. And when you do this, you're going to, when you give real value, you're going to start making alliances. When you get JV partners and stuff and they see you that investing in them some real value, you're going to start having an alliance. It's not going to be just you're competitive, and this is going to give you a little bit of a competitive advantage as well, because you're going to build these alliances. You're going to be able to start working with these guys side by side, and they're going to have your back just as much as you got theirs. So you're just doing this not only to make money, but to really make some good, valid, solid relationships in this business. And they give before receiving. Never just sit back and wait to receive. Never sit back waiting to receive a commission check, because if you're doing that without giving, you're never going to receive. Or if you receive, it's going to be very little. The more you give, the more you invest, the more that you invest in other people's lives or your customers' lives and stuff, the more they see you as giving them real value, the more they're going to be willing to give to you. And that's what it's all about. And that's just a life lesson in general, not just in affiliate marketing. That's a life lesson in general. If you want to start receiving benefits in your life, in your business, start giving. That is so important, and that's a big thing that people don't understand. They miss. Maybe they understand it, but they never really stop and think about it. They're always looking to receive. They want to be on the receiving end. To be on the receiving end, you have got to give first. Secret strategy number 5, super affiliates take what they deserve. Oh, this one's really important as well. All of these are important. I want you to understand that, but some of these, if a lot of people are always saying, well, well, I'm not going to do that. I hate this, where you've got 3 upsells, 4 downsells, your OTOs, all of this kind of stuff. And people do get carried away with that. I don't want you to misunderstand me, because you can get carried away with it. But a lot of people, I'm only going to have my front end product there, and that's all. I'm not going to beat everybody over the head trying to get more. You deserve more. And there's more to be made. Super affiliates take what they deserve, and you need to start getting that kind of a mindset. Super affiliates are not afraid to sell. They will ask their prospects for the sale. If you're afraid to sell, you better get to the point where you're not afraid. Otherwise, you might as well just bow out and stop doing this. This is a market where you sell, and that is your job. It's to sell. And if you're afraid of selling, you just might be afraid that what you have is not exactly what you should be offering. If you know you've got something your market needs, you get out there and sell it to them. You make sure that they're getting it. If you've got real value to give to somebody, you make sure that they're getting it and stuff. Because a lot of these people that are afraid to sell, a lot of times it's just that little bit of perceived value, and they're not quite sure that their customers are going to accept it. So they just kind of meekly put it out there. Get out there, be powerful, and sell it. Ask your prospects for the sale. Look for opportunities to generate more customer loyalty and more sales in the future. You need to be list building. You need to be looking away at building relationships with your customers so that you can generate more customer loyalty. You need to be giving more even after you get a customer. Make sure that you're even giving more to them, because these are the people that are important to you. Because you need to get more sales from them in the future. You should have a product funnel set up that you're going to lead that customer or that lead or that prospect, however you get them onto your list, all the way through your sales funnel. And that's the goal of basically generating more income. They do not leave money on the table for the next guy to take. If you're afraid to sell, if you're afraid to have an upsell, an OTO or whatever, if you're afraid to take that customer through your sales funnel and get them to buy what you have for them because you know they need it, the next guy's going to come along. The super affiliates that are already out there are coming along, and they're not even going to blink at you. They're going to laugh at you, if they even notice you at all, and they're going to grab that money that should have been yours. So you might as well get it instead of letting somebody else come along and get it, because they're going to do it without even batting an eye at you. They do not apologize for being successful. I've had a lot of people that will write in support tickets or emails to me saying, you know, you ought to be ashamed for, you know, they're mad, they're jealous of what I have because they're striving to get it, they're trying to get it, and they don't understand how. I used to say, you know, I'm really sorry. I don't do that anymore, and you should never do that. Never apologize for being successful, because if you become successful, you had to work hard to get there. You had to really invest in yourself and in your market and in your business, and you had to do some major work to get there, to be successful. You worked hard for it. Never apologize for being successful. They do not settle for less because they are scared that they might fail at something, or because they lack awareness of their own strength. Many people will settle for less, and one of the biggest reasons is that they're afraid that if they try something new, they're going to fail. That's back to that limiting mindset that you have. And so you need to change that. Don't be afraid to fail. You're going to fail. I've failed. Others have failed. You're going to come right along, and there's going to be things that you fail at. One of the things that you have got to get past is that failure is the end. Failure sometimes is just the beginning, because you really take a look at it and you find out the mistakes that caused you to fail, and you change them, and you stop settling for less, and you make that next try a successful try. You know, a lot of times we just lack awareness of our own strengths, you know, and a super affiliate never settles for less because he lacks awareness of his own strengths. He knows what his strengths are. You need to know what your strengths are. You need to take a deep look inside of yourself, realize what your strengths are. Even if you think there's something small, they could be something that is huge, or they could be something that you could really capitalize on. So write a list of the things that you are strong in. You can write a list of the things that you feel are your weaknesses too, and you can either try to make those weaknesses some of your strengths, or you can let somebody else do those things. But use the things that you are strong in and use them to your advantage. Use them to become powerful. Don't settle for less because you don't know your own strengths. Use those, know your strengths, and use them. Secret strategy number 6, super affiliates plan their way to affiliate marketing success. Most people that start out in affiliate marketing here, you don't got to have your product, you don't got to have a website, you don't got to do this, you don't got to do that, and they make no plans whatsoever. They just buy some product, they try to follow it, and they try to make a few sales, and they get absolutely nowheres. A super affiliate plans their way every single step of the way to affiliate marketing success. They know and research the market they're going to promote to. They know their target audience. If you're going to go into affiliate marketing without knowing your market, without doing any kind of research at all, I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to fail, because you're not going to know how to provide real value to them, like we were talking about a little earlier and stuff. You're not going to know your competition. You're not going to know what's going on out there. And how can you promote something to somebody where you don't even know that person? It's like going up to somebody cold turkey out on the street and saying, hey, can you buy my product? Well, then you got to go through this whole thing of explaining. If you've got something you know that person needs, it's a whole lot more. You can step up to the plate in more confidence and say, look, this is something you need. Here it is. I want you to buy. Go after the sale. They set goals. They have a clear vision of where they're heading. So they sit down and they think through the entire process before they waste time. Most people don't have a clear vision of where they're heading, which leads to failure. This is where a coach, a mentor, somebody that you can trust to help show you some of these guidelines and help you plan this vision and stuff, and where you can see where they went, this is where they really come in handy. You know, because most people start out, they don't have a clear vision of where they're heading, which leads to failure. You need to sit down. You need to figure out where you want to go, where you're at now and where you want to go to. And then you need to think that entire process through of taking you from point A to point B, because there's a lot of little things in between that have got to be planned out, that have got to be executed before you ever reach your end goal. So you need to have a clear vision of where you are heading at first, and then you sit down and think through the entire process. What will my product be? How will I market it? How will I get traffic? How will I go about building relationships with other JV partners, with my customers? What kind of automation will I use? There's a lot that goes in here. And if, as you're hearing these things that I'm talking about, you can understand why so many people fail, because maybe you're listening right now and you're going, wow, I never even thought there could be that much so just be an affiliate marketer, because the last sales page I read said there's nothing to it. You can be an affiliate marketer just by these little things and go. And that's not what it is. There's market research, there's who will research, how will you research it, who are your customers, where are they, how will you get to them. There's a lot that goes on. How will you differentiate yourself from the crowd, your strengths, your weaknesses. They know the products they're going to promote. And the reason they know this product is because they know what's lacking in the marketplace. They've done the research. They know the product owners and their reputation. So they know that they already know the products that are out there. They know who the product owners are. They've built relationships with them. They've studied them. They've researched them. They know if they're usually create good products or if they're known for creating bad products. They know the reputations that they have. They know the conversions of products. So when they promote something, they know what everybody else's conversions were, so they know how to judge how they're doing and how well they're doing. They read the reviews.